Everscale. Now, this is a high potential crypto in terms of technology. Technology-wise, particularly the metrics on the speed of the network, like transactions per second, all really, really positive. Price action's not been great, and there are a couple things that are certainly a cause for concern with regards to Everscale. I do think this should do okay, this bull cycle, but I'm not expecting anything astronomical because of those negatives. And I'll talk about the negatives, and I'll talk about things that are really positive about Everscale in this video. Before I get into it, if you're new here and you don't know what this page is, this shows the first 26 coins that the video is about on the channel. Now, in all the videos, I showed myself buying these coins up because I expected these coins were going to make me a lot of money. If you did the same and popped $100, let's say, into each of these coins, these are the prices you'd have gotten in on. All you would have had to do is sit on these coins for around 15, 16 months, and you've been able to sell at these prices, and these are what your profits would have been. So $100 into each, and under a year and a half would have netted you over 123 grand in profit. Now, you don't have 14, 15 months to get your stuff sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. October is known as Uptober in crypto for a reason. It's usually a fantastic month. If you're not confident in the coins you own, it's probably because you're holding coins that aren't going to make you any money. If that's the case and you're not confident, get on to copymycrypto.com now. And that's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy or sell and the price I'm going to do it at. That means my members can copy along exactly. They get in and out of coins the same price as me, so they make the same profit, but they don't have any work to do at all. And on the site, you'll see what my members have earned. You will see the successes we have had. You can read my members' testimonials, everything on the site, as well as public record. You can verify it all online. And if you like what you see, guys, try out the service before these markets really start ripping. Now, Everscale. So since it launched, it's really just been on a downward trajectory. In terms of price action, this is very similar to kind of the chart of Zcash, actually, when you look at it. Obviously not with the $6,000 coin or whatever. It actually went up to $1.70 on launch, and obviously you can see right now it's a fraction of that. It's at 3.8 cents. Now, in terms of there's a lot of real positives about Everscale. It's a secure layer 1 blockchain, aiming to become a decentralized platform for high-performance dApps with real-world relevance, such as stablecoins, CBDCs, DEXs, bridges, gaming platforms, and more. By the way, I think there's zero chance they may ever get a CBDC, even though their throughput is outstanding. The founders, so Everscale is the byproduct of a collaboration between several companies and teams. There are over 200 people working full-time on developing the network. The main core contributors are Broxus and EverX. Now, key metrics, like I said, some are really positive. Like transactions per second is 64,000. That is incredible. That as a theoretical throughput can outdo your Solanas. That can outdo a number of some of the biggest, fastest layer 1s out there. And yet, obviously, price action has not been good. They've done over 233 million transactions. They have apparently over 1 million accounts. The mainnet was launched in May of 2020. There've been over 160 validators as well. In terms of key features, now, they are utilizing infinite sharding. Now, infinite sharding is their mechanism that allows, their dynamic sharding mechanism allows for infinite sharding. Limitless scalability, which adjusts for demands that fluctuate to maintain a high performance. So it will adjust depending on the level of demand put on the network. They have smart contract accounts, obviously. Along with a CBDC focus, apparently. So smart contracts allow the implementation of different policies for regulators, such as calculating and withholding taxes on simple transactions. Interesting idea. I think, unfortunately, they've got no chance of that. I think there are a very few cryptocurrency projects out there right now that are like blockchains that could actually run a CBDC, because it's not just about the speed and the technology. It's also about the connections that these blockchains have, like their founders. Who are they connected with? Are they ISO 20022 compliant, Everscale or not? Those things matter enormously. If we have a look at the ecosystem, I also do want to have a look at Everscale. There we go. So, ecosystem-wise, they've got Ever Wallet, which is Everscale's gateway, and then they have 68 different products. Now, some of them are obviously like internal infrastructure, some of them are GameFi, some of them are DeFi. DeFi-wise, again, some of this is like bridging. Some of it is just staking services. GameFi, a bit better from my perspective compared to what the DeFi is. All in all, I do think the technology, while the technology is very good, I think the ecosystem is behind where it should be at this point in time. The Blockchain Explorer does show how they've been getting on. So they have actually done 273 million transactions now. There are over 1 million accounts. There are still over 170 validators. So that, in terms of like statistics, is pretty damn good. Now, accounts-wise, as you can see, so roughly, on average, kind of 50 to 100 a day. They did happen to get like 500 odd recently, like new accounts, but generally it's about 100 new ones a day. Active in the last 24 hours, not tons. If we check out active in general, active isn't great in terms of 24-hour numbers. 3,000 active accounts, it's not amazing. So again, this is not being used as a chain that much, certainly not by a large enough contingent of people. That's going to matter. While the technology is very, very strong, the things on the downsides here, it's not really being used enough. A few thousand people a day is not enough that it would be reflective of, say, $1 billion project. So I don't think there's going to get back to that level. Also, volume is really weak. Really, really weak. It has been pretty much consistently under $1 million a day. A couple like sporadic bursts here and there, but kind of consistently under $1 million a day. That's not great, because you're not going to get listed on any big exchange if that's the case. Like, it's not going to get listed on Binance or Coinbase. There's no chance with that kind of volume. Also, when the volume is that low, you do run the risk of delisting. Every time if a project is delisted from one of the bigger exchanges, the price action tends to take quite a dramatic hit. So I would be concerned about potentially Everscale having a delisting situation on one of its bigger exchanges, whether that be Bybit or KuCoin. In terms of volume, most of the volume's coming through Bybit as well. So yeah, that should be a cause for concern. And in terms of price action, the price action has been absolutely horrific. Since it's launched, it's basically only went one way, right? Now, a lot of the time, throughout the sort of 2022, it was hovering around 20 cents. In 2021, kind of stayed above 20 cents. And then for the second half of the year of 2022, it dropped below 10 cents and it's kind of struggled to recover that point. I would have concerns about Everscale doing much this bull cycle. Maybe it gets back to 20 cents when there was a lot more volume happening in the first half of 2022. The price action was pretty much sticking around 20 cents. But as of right now, there's no suggestion here from my perspective that, or there's nothing that makes me think this is going to get to like a couple of dollars. There's nothing that makes me really think it's going to get to 40 or 50 cents. Maybe it gets back to 20 cents. But actually, to be honest, even at 3.8 cents, basically doing a 5x, I'm not fully convinced we're going to see that. It is quite a way away from building positive momentum. Volume's really weak. Everscale were actually really good initially, particularly in 2021, of garnering a lot of attention. They were doing very, very clever paid articles. You were seeing them in crypto news sites because of tactical articles. And I thought the marketing team were actually doing a really good job. Since then, I've not seen much from Everscale. Development-wise, not been amazing. I think this is going to struggle. I think best case scenario is 20 cents. I can see a world that this doesn't even get back to 10 cents, however. For it to do anything of like that's particularly special in terms of price action, it needs to get listed back on Binance. It needs to get listed on Binance or on Coinbase. The only way that happens is with really good marketing or with huge steps in the right direction in development. There's not been tons of evidence for that right now, so I think that's highly unlikely that we're going to see anything special in that regard. So I would say best case scenario is 20 cents. I think there is a real shot that this doesn't even get back to 10 cents though, unless development starts improving or the marketing team just kick ass. So let's see. But there's a lot of accounts. There's 1 million accounts on Everscale apparently, but they need more active users. So their team need to figure out how to get more active users and distinguish themselves beyond their technology. How do they distinguish themselves and onboard new people? Big job. Big job ahead for the team. What do you guys think about this? Like, if you were an early investor in Everscale, you were obviously very down. Is there anything you would like to see them do to potentially, or is there anything that you see on the horizon from Everscale through their socials or whatever or roadmap that makes you think they're going to kick on really well? If there is, share in the comments. We all want to know. And guys, look, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you're not happy with the cryptos you own, do something about it today. Get onto copymycrypto.com. That is the site I run where I share with all my members the coins that I own. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any crypto, I will tell my members the crypto that I'm buying or selling, the price I'm doing it at. My members can copy along exactly so they make the same profit as me without any work at all. Like I said, on the site, you can see what my members have earned. You can read their testimonials. You can see our successes. This is all public record. You can verify it all online. October is known as October for a reason. It's because this is usually the best month for crypto. Time to get things sorted. Otherwise, you're going to watch everyone else making money while you don't. That's not a position you want to find yourself in. Have a look at the site. Verify it all. If you like what you see, guys, just try out the service. And that is it from me. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.